Hi and welcome to every single damned Easter egg we could find in the Mitchells vs. the Machines Netflix movie. Needless to say, this video contains all the spoilers, all of them.
So basically, spoilers.
Here we go!
Abby is obsessed with becoming a filmmaker, which is why when we take a look at her room we see various movie posters, one of which is called Creature with the Atom Brain. This is a real-world zombie horror science fiction film from 1955, directed by Edward L. Can. Snake People, another real-world movie. This is better known as The Isle of the Snake People or Cult of the Dead, which was released in 1971. It's a Mexican horror movie. Robo Slayers 4. This movie does not exist. However, if you Google it, you will find a link to something called Connected. And this is a novelization of the Mitchells vs. Machines movie and is available on Amazon. Isn't that cool? A quick freeze-frame shot of Abby's movie collection shows a number of retitled nods to real-world films. Fist of Fury with Bruce Lee. Dial B for Burger, which is Dial M for Murder, famously directed by Alfred Hitchcock. Then there is Fear and Loathing in Central Michigan, which is of course a film starring Johnny Depp called Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. And of course, Abby's two movies, titled Good Cop, Dog Cop, SVU, and presumably a sequel, Requiem for a Milk Bone, which nod to the super dodgy Pamela Anderson film Good Cop, Bad Cop, as well as Law & Order's Special Victims Unit series and another film called Requiem for a Dream. My favourite of the bunch has to be Et tu papa tambien. Alfonso Cuarón directed a film called Et tu mama tambien, but he's probably better known for his film Gravity with Sandra Bullock and George Clooney. Then we have Crowbar Jones, second from the top. In the Cartoon Network series We Bare Bears, the character Grizz pitches a movie called Crowbar Jones. One of the storyboard artists for We Bare Bears, Martinez, also worked on the Mitchells vs. the Machines.
Crowbar Jones could be a pretty cool film. Really?
Space Butts Origins could be a fictitious prequel to Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
And here is Abby's laptop. I mean, just take a look at all the Easter eggs in that. Why don't you just press the pause button and take a good look and see how many you can find, because seriously, there are loads. Put them in the comments below. You get the picture, there are loads. Let's move on, shall we? The socks Abby's wearing are patterned after the Shining's carpets. Creepy.
Here's Johnny.
On Abby's backpack there is a pin. It says Lawn Wranglers. This is from Wes Anderson's film Bottle Rocket, before Wes Anderson actually got his feature made in '96. Wow. He made a short by the same name, which is on YouTube if you want to check it out. This was back in '92 and stars a very young Luke and Owen Wilson. Also on the backpack, Abby has a Dr. Strangelove pin, obviously. From the film Dr. Strangelove. One of the reasons this film was made was that the director loves going on road trips with his family. However, the current generation's fixation with screens reached his family as well. Even when making this film, they had to have times when phones were put away so that they could have unobstructed meetings and family time. So it is no surprise that this commentary was in the film.
Put our phones down and we can make 10 seconds of unobstructed family eye contact.
Just after this screen or non-screen interaction, Abby shows her family her latest video, which she thinks is a masterpiece. This video and soundtrack is very similar to the hugely popular and somewhat irritating video of Nyan Cat, which has 187 million views on YouTube and has spawned a ridiculous amount of similar videos. Back in Abby's room while she is editing, you can see a book on film called The Art of Film by Dan Hansen. A quick Google search will reveal that Dan Hansen is a film animator in the real world. He's worked on films like Hercules, Aladdin, and Pocahontas, to name but a few. Mon-Fri, the family's dog and actual hero of the film, is based on a very real dog named Doug. Follow him on Instagram. It's Doug the Pug. He has a casual 3.9 million followers. All the dog's noises, licks, and such come from Doug. Thank you, Doug. Throughout the film, you will see triangles put in various sizes and combinations. This is the robot language. The animators had a lot of fun with this one. This is an actual code and there are fun messages to the dedicated fans, if you can decipher them. When the Mitchells arrive at the mall, Abby says, "Wow, it looks like the Dawn of the Dead," referencing the zombie movie that is shot mostly in a mall. The original Dawn of the Dead movie was released in 1978 and was directed by the legendary George A. Romero. Once in the mall, the Mitchells encounter thousands of little Furbies, and of course one massive one. This was a super popular toy in the late 90s. They were the toy that every young kid wanted for at least 3 years, from 98 to 2000. When leaving the mall, there is a slow-mo shot of the family with an explosion, with music from Kill Bill and a similar shot to boot. Kill Bill is again referenced when the mom does a fatality on one of the robots.
Fatality.
robots and removes the heart of a robot. The bride in Kill Bill removed an eye, but the music is again from Kill Bill. When the Mitchells decide to take on the evil phone, voiced by the Oscar-winning Olivia Colman, and her millions of robot minions, they arrive at a very futuristic-looking robot head base, which looks a lot like some of the scenes in Tron Legacy. In fact, the score in this scene turns to synth and again sounds like Daft Punk's Tron score. Before the robots took over the world, the tech head responsible for Skynet,
I know what you're looking for, sir, but Skynet is not ready for a system-wide connection.
gives a speech. Just before he walks onto the stage, there's a poster of him on the wall. It's of him on the cover of Wired magazine. Again, this is a very real-world magazine that is respected here in the UK for its tech and game knowledge. Abby's brother uses pterodactyl vision while the song Walk the Dinosaur by Was Not Was plays in the background. The song was released in 1988. Near the end of the film's climax, daughter and dad are surfing the air on their new family-powered robot friends while dodging the elite robot bad guys. This is where they sing and dance the Maya He, Maya Her song, which was memed into oblivion. According to the BBC, the meme of this song was seen over 700 million times, and this was back in 2006. At the time, the second most viewed viral video in the world. The Mitchells' family car has massive plot protection and is actually modelled after the co-director Jeff Rowe's car. He owned a 1990 Chevrolet Celebrity station wagon, and it was called Tom Hanks. That's right, his car was called Tom Hanks. On the aerial of the Mitchells' car is a green monster finger puppet, a popular squishy toy from the 70s and 80s. Yes, I had one. This animated film also uses real YouTube clips from the real world. For example, when Abby has edited a clip together of her dad and a famous viral YouTube video of a gibbon call. Lastly, many of the robots in the third act of the film were inspired by the humanoid Asimo robot, introduced to the world by Honda over 2 decades ago. Right, well, thanks so much for watching. Did you see any others that we missed? I'm sure you did. We'd love to know. Just let us know in the comments. And live long and Tuesday.